Bang, Niner gang, what a bounce back victory, my
Yes,
dude.
sir. Back in the win column.
Yes, sir. This is the Can't Lose Show. I'm your host, Trent.
And it's your boy Josh.
Let's roll into this week, man. Let's just keep the good vibes going, keep it flowing, and enjoy. Let's talk about some things that happened because before we get to NFL, we usually start with NFL. There were some big college games, and for some reason, the correct paper is not on my desk. So you're going to start it off Alabama, Michigan, and I will catch you right now.
I mean, what a game. Both games, great games. I mean, can't ask for much more than that in overtime. 2 overtime thrillers, or no, only one went to overtime. And, I mean, Michigan's front just balled. They had 6 sacks, and I want to say Bama might have had 0. I don't know if they had a sack. And so, I mean,
I don't remember a sack.
yeah, Michigan's front was just doing their thing, and on both ends, both sides of the football. I mean, they ran the ball well, and then J.J. McCarthy did his thing, dude. Threw for 3 touchdowns, and he got the big shout-out from Harbaugh, calling him the greatest quarterback to ever play.
Did you see Tom Brady's response?
No. Oh, he said, damn right, right? Or something
Damn
like
right.
that? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean. But did Tom Brady win the national championship?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I remember they were saying that he had some comeback drive against Bama late in the season or something. I remember them saying something about that. I don't know, though. But, I mean, J.J. McCarthy doing his thing. And did you see the Harbaughs after you can't find your paper?
No, my paper disappeared like Houdini.
All right, we're back, guys. Had a little bit of not even technical difficulties. This guy put his paper in the drawer and looked everywhere but the drawer right in front of him.
That's when the stomach's in the way. The stomach's in the way. That's got to go away in 2024. It's got to go away.
Yes, sir. But all right, back to what I was saying about after the game, after Michigan pulled out the game in an OT thriller. I mean, the last play was kind of.
Oh, I didn't like that play call.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Tommy Rees at Notre Dame. I don't know if that came from him. It probably came from Saban, but Tommy Rees is their OC, and he was at Notre Dame, and I just couldn't stand his offense, bro. And it just gave me flashbacks like, this is why I hated watching Notre Dame's offense.
Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Like, I get it. He's your best player on your team.
Fair.
But bring in some tight ends, make it jumbo, get some good blocking. You just spread it wide, and they feasted on that play.
Yeah, and they'd been balling up front like for most of the game. I mean, Milroe did his thing on the ground, and I mean, he didn't throw for any touchdowns, but
yeah. But Alabama kept it very close all the way down to the wire, obviously.
Yeah.
So we gotta bring it up. FSU players.
Delusional. I told you I would be mad just like them. I would be mad, but dude, like
for all their tweets and stuff, it wasn't like they got blown out of the water.
They did. Oh no, Bama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bama lost on the last play in overtime.
But it's like their tweets were so stupid. And for you guys that don't know, they're basically tweeting like we should have been there, like this is what you guys get because it's like, no, that game went to the wire. And people are going to say, well, FSU, they didn't deserve it. They got blown out in their bowl game. I'm not going to hold that blowout loss against them because none of their starters really played. I mean, they had majority of their starters, seniors, not playing because they're going to the draft.
For sure?
Yeah, they had a lot of starters out. Not all, but a lot.
You don't think Georgia did?
Yeah, but maybe Georgia's just...
No, Georgia did actually. Now that I remember that. They did.
Georgia's probably deeper, though.
But they had some of their guys.
Yeah.
Like, some of their guys went... I remember... I can't remember that receiver that's been going off all season for them, but he went off. So they had some guys for sure.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, either way, they got blown out. You can't hold it over them because if they didn't have their starters in, but, I mean, you're playing in a bowl game, dude.
Yeah, now Harbaugh gets to go to the championship with Michigan. But the other game... Texas, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
That was, honestly, I thought the first half was better than the second half.
Yeah, I know. I texted you.
Fireworks,
I texted you. I was like, this second half is about to be crazy. And it was all right.
Yeah, third quarter kind of blew. Fourth quarter was only good because the score was so tight at the end.
Yeah.
Texas just had too many turnovers, bro. If you think about it, I think 4 total turnovers, maybe 3. It shot them in the foot, really hurt their chances, and then Penix just... I love watching Penix throw the ball. His passes are so pretty.
Dude, he balled.
he could place a ball wherever he wants. Honestly,
430 yards. Damn. I mean,
yeah,
he went off.
he's like the third quarterback in college football history to do that in a championship game.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the play at the end. I know you love your receivers and also your DBs. That play at the end,
Fuck DBs.
over the top.
I don't fuck with DB.
Okay. But coming over the top and swatting that perfectly timed and not pulling, nothing that would draw a penalty, just was a great way to end that game. Sucks for Texas, but someone's got to win, and it was just a great play.
Yeah. Someone's got to win, exactly. Well, all right. We saw what happened. I think we both said Michigan. We both said Washington, right?
No, you had Texas.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
had
I definitely
Texas.
had Texas. Yeah, I definitely did not have Washington. For sure, I did
Yeah.
not have Washington.
But we both agreed
Mm.
the winner coming out of Michigan, Alabama was going to be the winner of the championship.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Washington, Michigan championship next Monday night. Obviously, we have Michigan, but how do they get it done?
I mean, I have Michigan, but damn, bro, the way Penix has been playing, like, I mean, and then he did it against Texas too. He's a baller, but what? Go ahead.
I think McCarthy's going to have that baller game this
Yeah.
week. I'm not saying Penix is going to have a bad game.
Mhm.
I think McCarthy's going to go off and have like four touchdown passes. And I kind of think Penix, he's going to have a clean game, but it's not going to be a lot of touchdowns. I'm honestly thinking like a 42-14 game. I'm thinking blowout.
Really?
Yeah. The only reason why that Michigan defense is fucking great.
Mm.
I love the way they play. And I think they're going to bring even more pressure than they brought against Alabama because they could trust their DBs more. But, yeah, I'm thinking of 42-14, 42-21. It's going to be they're going to double their points.
Damn, I was kind of thinking it was going to be a, like, whoever has the ball last type of game.
I could see that too. I really could. But I don't know. I got that weird feeling.
I hope so, honestly, for Michigan. I want them to win.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of hate right now. Everyone's freaking hating on them. Like, when they're posting that they won, everyone's hating on them. Like,
but
I hope they win.
How cool would it be for the Pac-12 to have a champion the last year of the Pac-12 and then it's like gone? Like,
it wouldn't be that cool because
it wouldn't be that
not
cool.
USC.
But like, what a weird way to go out.
No, honestly, it would be cool. It would be cool. That it would be funny. Like,
what a weird way to end the Pac-12. Like,
yeah,
we are the 2023 national champions or 2024 national champions, and our conference is gone.
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be a good one for sure. But let's look back at our Week 17 picks.
Let's get back into the NFL.
Yeah, because I love talking college, but NFL, there's nothing like it.
Nope.
We had some crazy picks for Week 17. Our dogs both didn't hit. I had Jahmyr Gibbs, only 15 carries for 43 yards. I'm not stamping a dog. And
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Josh Allen, my dog of the week, had 50% completion percentage, only 169 passing yards, no tutties, and 1 interception. Definitely not dog worthy. They got the dub. They need these dubs right now.
It seems like their dubs are coming off more off of a run game and not Josh Allen's hands. Thinking about it, like stats wise,
which is crazy. How I think Josh Allen has been doing this thing too, but definitely James Cook. Like when he's working, like they're working. So it's crazy to hear like people are saying Josh Allen should be in the talks for MVP. Like he's thrown a lot of picks this year, and I mean James Cook is what, top 5 in rushing yards, top 3.
Yeah.
So
what if the Bills pick up James Cook or Dalvin Cook? Sorry, Dalvin Cook to make this little playoff push, and his brother's just going crazy.
Man, that would be kind of wild.
You
think anyone picks him up? Like he has no juice.
He has no touchdowns.
I guess.
But maybe the right system. He wasn't bad last year. Like I don't know how he fell off so hard. I know Breece Hall is the man there, but
yeah,
no touchdowns is just kind of wild.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I think, James Cook has been balling this season.
Yeah. Matchup wise, my matchup didn't happen. It was Sauce versus Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper didn't play. I didn't catch that one.
I know,
I was actually looking forward to that one, obviously. That's why I picked it, but Didn't happen. So how'd your matchup go?
My matchup, Penny Sewell versus Micah Parsons. From what I remember and what I look back at, I mean, Sewell was doing his thing. There was definitely some holdings, and I mean
It
we've
happens every game.
yeah, we've come to find out that that's just going to happen to all the good DNs. Because I mean, if they were to call it every play, they'd probably have to call it every play.
Yeah.
Like it happens all the time. So, but Parsons had 0 sacks, and Sewell was doing his thing. So I'm taking Penny in that matchup. He won that matchup. I thought Parsons was going to get the best of him. I thought he was going to get some flags maybe, and then they were going to have to like block him without holding, and then that's when he was going to eat. It didn't happen.
Well, shit. That leads us right into our game.
Mm-hmm.
Lions, Cowboys. Honestly, a great game. Lived up to the hype. It was a great game. Quarters 1 through 3 and 7/8. I hate the way that game ended. I hate the way the game ended.
Dude, I know. That's
not even coming from a Cowboys hater, but coming from a Cowboys hater. The guy went to the ref.
I know. And you see Jared Goff telling him to go to the ref, so like why would he go to the ref and just not say anything?
Yeah, he's not dumb.
Yeah, what is Jared Goff telling him
like
to go
he's
to
not
the ref?
retarded.
And then they said or Dan Campbell said that he explained that play to the refs before the game. Not before that play, before the game happened. He told them about this play that was going to happen, that he was probably going to run.
Yeah, and
it's kind of crazy.
On the English channel, which the normal broadcast, you don't hear the refs talk. I don't know why I didn't pick it up, but in the ESPN Deportes one, you could hear the refs talk. Like, and it says number 70 reported as eligible, and it never said 58 or 68. 68 reported as eligible, but it's like, come on, he went up to you like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But it was also weird because why did Sewell go up? They were both right next to him. When you see the clip of number 68 walking up to the ref, and there's another lineman right there, it's not number 70 who also was. What's it called?
Maybe he's teaching him how to report. I don't know, but
reporting. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't seem right, and then I think it wasn't right because look at how fast the NFL took action in removing those refs from the playoffs. That whole crew cannot work the playoffs.
Oh, I saw that.
So it's like they know they fucked up.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Like that just shows like they fucked up.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I didn't even think of that when I saw that.
Yeah. I don't know. But that game was good.
Yeah, I mean, you had Amon-Ra and CD who both, I mean, CD on another level. Yeah, 227 yards. I mean,
he makes it look so easy too. And I know one of those was a 98-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That kind of was blown coverage because how long the play was in the backfield. But I'm not taking that away from him.
Still had 130 yards after that.
Yeah. Bro, he makes it look so easy lately. And him and Dak have been cooking on that level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ever since the whole whoever said it, they're using CD like a 3 receiver or something.
Oh, Dan Orlovsky said it.
Yeah, and I mean, ever since that, he's been on a tear, like double-digit receptions, like 100 yards. I mean, he's balling.
Yeah.
And then even, dude, Sammy Laporta, dude, he is. I don't know when they got him in the draft, but he is a baller.
Steal.
Yeah,
from Iowa, still.
Yeah, big time baller.
Our other game,
Dolphins Ravens.
Honestly, the first quarter made it look like it was going to be a good one. 10-7 going out of the first. The Ravens said, nope, let's show everyone why we're the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
And they put their foot on the gas pedal in the second quarter and never looked back and just cruised to a victory.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar went absolutely like nuclear, dude. He had more touchdowns than incompletions.
He locked up the MVP.
Dude.
Sucks to say it for CMC.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure he locked it up, especially... Well, I don't know. Are they playing their guy? Did they clinch the 1 seed?
They clinched the 1 seed. They haven't said if they're playing their guys or not. It seems like they're not. And
yeah, I feel like he probably.
But even CMC's not playing next week either.
But some people are saying that, which I think, it's tough because I saw him just demolish the Niners, and then he just went out the next week and demolished the Ravens or the Dolphins, and
did it against the Lions earlier in the year.
Yeah, he's had a bunch of great games, but a lot of people are saying the stats don't add up. He's not really like up there, and there's a couple of efficiency stats that he's up there in, but like
you're right. But he is winning the Big Ten games.
Yeah, he's
and playing very good in them.
Yeah, for sure. So
I wish it was CMC. It just
I think he locked it up
the
too.
odds kind of did not fall.
Especially just with him being a quarterback and having a 5 touchdown with 3 incompletions on the last game of his probably season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably locked it up.
Is it time?
Time.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. Guys, we said we were going to talk about it. We're here. 49er time. Let's do it.
Dub City!
Yes, sir.
Let's
Are
go.
you trying to shout out our pins real quick? You're already there. DM us on Instagram. You guys already know we got Dub City pins. I'll throw a little extra logo on there right now. Yeah, hit us up. We'll work something out. I mean, we just want everyone to be repping the best pin out there. Honestly, our pins, we don't have many, but
We got 2.
But they are better than most out there. I went to a pin expo or whatever you want to call it, and our pins blow all the pins out of the water for the most part. There's a couple good creators, but
shout out Prominent Kings. Dude.
Yeah, he's
that
been
guy,
cooking.
Dude, his are actually insane. I'm not even saying that because he's our homie. Just he'll send me them, and then just the ones that he posts. Like, dude, I buy every single one that's not like any of my teams. I'm buying. If it's my team, I'm copying it.
And he hasn't made one in my team yet, so but I support. I repost.
Well, he has one with your team on it. It's the one with Caleb Williams, and he's holding the Notre Dame helmet in his hand.
Yeah. What did he do?
Okay.
What did he do his last year in college against Notre Dame? Yeah, absolutely nothing. 4 picks.
What did he do the year before that?
Hey, we're not talking about that's last year, bro.
Yeah, but this year doesn't count because it was a shitty year.
But yeah, back to pins though. I went and I got a Jackie Robinson one. And I was so happy because I was like, bro, I've always loved Jackie Robinson, and I saw it and I was like, yes, let's go. I come home and I really look at it compared to ours. I was like, damn, this is so shitty.
Yeah, I remember when you showed me, I laughed.
Yeah, I was so excited because I was like, I haven't seen one. I thought it was good when I was there. Maybe it just
no disrespect. I mean, they tried. They did their thing, you know.
And that's why I'm not even saying the creator's name. It's just
But I mean, I just remember, dude, the one that you got me, was it from that same expo?
No,
the Kobe one.
The Kobe one was nice. It was a whole different spot.
Oh, okay. Because dude, he gave me this Kobe one, and it was pretty badass. I just remembered that. I need to put that on my hat.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get into 49ers. 49ers went all the way across the country. Morning game. Those are the hardest ones for West Coast teams. And it showed a little bit in the first quarter. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of a slow start, both offense and defense. But I think halftime we really turned it around. And I was pulling up Steve Wilkes' second half stats. Bro's been making halftime adjustments. We just controlled second half shutout. You can't ask for anything better than from your defense than that.
Well, you know what I saw is, and I saw this in a podcast, and they were talking about another team. Reggie Bush went on Julian Edelman's podcast, Names of Games or whatever, or Games of Names, and Reggie Bush and them were talking about how when they had all those 5 stars and they were just like, they won back-to-back natties and everything, like that second season, I think after they won the first natty maybe, or whenever they had all the guys, and they said that they're like first like 6 games or something it was, they were losing in the first half, and they had to come back and win. And he said it's because we're that team that everyone comes out, they have to come out so hyped for and just hit you in the mouth because they're so hyped to play you. It's a big game for them. He's like, but for us, it was like
another game.
Just another game, yeah. But that helped the other team though, that they had all that hype in the beginning. But then once they got hit in the mouth, they had to respond. That's what the good teams do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we bounced back offensive wise too.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy looked so nice. His just game managing throws.
Dude, the system throws when he throws it a perfect dot. Like, oh, I love when the system writes that up for him.
Yep. It's like, yep.
Or when the system tells him to scramble to the left and then like spin out and go to the right and then direct traffic back to the left
real quick,
throw across the field and throw a touchdown. Like, Dude, that's a great system play right there.
Imagine like writing that play up in practice, like
Yeah.
drawing it all out, like and he just
Shanahan?
perfected it to the system.
That's why Shanahan's coach of the year, because he writes up plays like that.
Yep.
No one else is writing up those plays. Everyone else you see, that's them being a game changer.
Yep.
But when Purdy does it, that's Shanahan writing that up, bro.
Talking about writing it up, Elijah Mitchell is back writing his story.
Dude.
17 carries, 80 yards, 1 TD. Welcome back, Elijah Mitchell. Those aren't crazy stats, but for a guy that hasn't been playing for, I think, 6, 7 weeks? I don't know.
Dude,
it's been a while.
He's been hurt a lot.
He's back. He's healthy. He looked dominant, and what a perfect game to do it. I think, honestly, the fact that Elijah Mitchell was carrying so well, it allowed CMC to rest. You get that mild calf strain. He could have possibly came back in, right?
Mm.
And he didn't need to. Elijah Mitchell showed us what we remember 2 years ago, where he's just a beast. Yeah. And he runs so hard, finds the correct gaps, and it might not look as Purdy as CMC's.
This guy keeps saying Purdy.
It's a new thing. I can't say Purdy without saying Purdy. It's the 49er effect, bro.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
But he gets the job done, and I like watching him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wrote here right on my paper, the 1-2 punch with Elijah, and I didn't finish writing it, but I was going to say could be very dangerous in the playoffs. Very dangerous if they're both healthy. And I mean,
bro didn't write it, and he still has so much space on his paper.
It's because I know what I was going to say just with that. But they could be a very dangerous 1-2 punch. I mean, we really haven't seen like McCaffrey share the backfield.
No, he's controlled it every game.
But
and this game coming up, we could transition right into it with the Rams 49ers.
Well, he's not playing.
I know. I was going to say, with him being out, we're going to see more Elijah Mitchell, obviously, and Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good test to see, like, against an all right defense, like, can he be the – we don't need him to be the dude, but can he be the dude, And it'll be a great game heading into the playoffs, getting that workload back on his feet.
Yeah.
And taking control of it.
For sure.
Biggest rivalry the 49ers have right now.
Wait, can we just shout out before we get into that? Brock Purdy. We got a couple things to shout out.
Okay. Let's do it.
Because basically, we get the extra game now, so a lot of the records when they're broken or whatever, their yardages, people want to say, oh, but did they do it in 16 games or whatever? Well, what we did in 16 games, Purdy broke the record, franchise record for passing yards in a season. I mean, come on, dude. We've had some great quarterbacks. We've had Joe Montana, Steve Young, Jeff Garcia, Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, just to name some that I can think of right now. I mean, we've had a lot of good quarterbacks, and to say that Purdy broke the record in his second season, and he did it. He didn't need the extra game. He did it.
No. And it's crazy to think about. Like, the history. You were bringing it up. The history is insane. The quarterbacks and stuff. And a year ago, 2 years ago, our offense was so good through the run game.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Purdy's here and Kyle Shanahan has confidence, and that takes me back a week ago to the loss. He's already thrown 4 picks, and we're still throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Every other coach is like, no, shut that down, and we're running the ball the rest of the game. No, we have so much trust in Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome to see because we're not used to it as Niner fans for a while.
Yeah.
Even like Colin Kaepernick time, it was past, but it really wasn't. Like, it was run, and all our dark days, CJ Rutherford, Nick Mullins, I don't want to keep bringing up the dirty pass, but it was never a pass game, and I love watching the deep balls fly.
Mm.
Like, Ayuk's eating with it. Our whole team, the record that we just broke, are one of the 4 teams ever to do it.
I was waiting for you.
Purdy 4,000, Christian McCaffrey over 2,000, Ayuk over 1,000 receiving, Kittle over 1,000 receiving, and Debo over 1,000 all-purpose yards.
There's been teams that have done it?
We're the 4th team in NFL history.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were the only team.
No, we're a 4th. But still, 4th in how many?
Are you sure with 2,000 and 3 with 1,000 and 4,000?
Yeah. I don't want to take away from the great thing if it is, but I'm almost 99% sure that we're the 4th team.
Okay, well, still, that's a hell of an accomplishment. I mean,
all right. What I was trying to get into earlier before we had to go back a little bit because It was rightfully so. It was due.
Mm-hmm.
We're hosting the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to make it a clean sweep in the NFC West 2 years in a row. Can we do it? Are we resting our starters? Are we playing our dudes? Debo Samuel was hinting at that we're playing our dudes that are healthy, and I'm down to sweep our division.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down, but I'm also down to let him rest. I don't care either way.
I'm more of a person that kind of wants to keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yes, you don't have to play all your starters, but I think riding on a dub into the playoffs is way better than riding on a loss, even though it was quote unquote your backups. Do I think our backups could beat the Rams? Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. Right. Especially because the Rams already clinched too. Now they're fighting to see who they want to play. Maybe they see we have the backups in, and they put their backups in, like right after, because they lose, they still make the playoffs. You know, not saying that they're gonna not play their starters, but it's just a real possibility. I don't know. What else do I have here for this game? Offensive dogs.
Mm.
You know who I have? Yes. Don't look at my paper, fool.
Sorry. I already saw it.
Damn. And the reason why I picked that dude is because he hates the Rams.
Yes.
Debo Samuel, boy.
Yep.
I think he'll have 2 tutties, 180 plus all-purpose yards, and I think he's going to have more in the backfield because CMC's not playing. So a little partner switch with Elijah Mitchell. I can see that dog happening.
I could see it too. I mean, yeah, Debo hates it, and he loves to go off in the big games. I mean, I don't think he needs it, but I think it definitely helps, and I think it fuels him a little bit, those big games. Like, he likes to show up in those. And, hey, that's good for us. I'll take that.
Your offensive dog?
My offensive dog, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with him saying, like, we want to start. You know he wants this game. He wants this W. So I'm going to Debo too.
Defensive dog, I'm going Dre Greenlaw. I want to hear his name a little more on the TV coverage. So I'm saying a sack, an interception, and 10 plus tackles. I don't know if they'll be solos, but he'll be in 10 tackles. I think that's an easy one. Yeah. It's the interception that's going to be hard. And then I don't know if he has a sack on the season. So I was kind of like, let's just end the season on a good note, head into the playoffs, you know?
I like Dre Greenlaw. I also really like Travarius Ward or Lenore, just because I feel like they're going to have to ball out. Because Puka and Cup, I mean, some dogs.
Yeah, and we don't have Avery Thomas playing this week. I don't know if Jameer is coming back. Jair. I think he's questionable.
Oh, yeah, he didn't play last week. Yeah. Logan Ryan or whatever.
Yeah, Logan Ryan stepped up. I mean, hey, that's why you bring in vets. Yeah. You got to make these playoff runs.
Yeah, someone's ready now. They got to be ready now.
We got to look into our week 18.
Let's get into it.
It's going to be a crazy week because there's a hell of a lot of playoff implications left. I feel like in the years past, we were kind of already settled by now. Like, there was maybe 1-2 meaningful games. Looking at our slate, there's a lot of good football about to happen. Mm-hmm. I was looking when I wrote these down. I was like, a meaningless game. And then I couldn't find another one. Every single game has a playoff implication on one side or the other, except for the Jets-Patriots. Mm. Besides that, every other game has a playoff implication, which is crazy.
Yeah.
There's got to be some dogs in that mix. If there's fighting for playoff spots, got to be some dogs. Mm. Who's your dog?
My dog this week in a big game, Jordan Love playing the Bears. I mean, he's going to have to show up and show out and just continue what Aaron Rodgers has, put forth for him and just continue that reign of terror on Chicago. So I'm saying he's going to throw for 3 tutties. The typical quarterback dog stats: 3 tutties, 300 yards, no interceptions.
All right. So with that being said, your dog is in that game that I have circled for my game number 1. Mm-hmm. So we'll just go there real quick. Bears Packers. Mm. You're picking him to be your dog, so I'm assuming you're having the Packers win, right?
Yeah.
Is this Justin Fields' last game as a Bear?
I don't think so, man. I don't know. What's up? Their coach.
I kind of want them to ride with Justin Fields. What he's shown me this year is that he could be the franchise quarterback. He extends plays. He's electrifying. And honestly, if I was an offensive guy, I would want to play alongside him. He puts it out for his team. He's not shy to get hit. He's he's playing the position correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with a little more help outside, like on the receiver spot, maybe a really great tight end. I know Cole Kmet's good, but I don't know, maybe a couple extra blockers. Whatever the answer is, I think you build around Justin Fields and you have that high pick. Maybe you use it at the number one, or maybe you trade back and get like two picks real quick back to back, and you get two dudes. I don't know what you do, but I think you definitely build around Justin Fields.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious, like, to see what they do because I think like he can be good, but I don't know if he's ever gonna be like great.
Yeah, I guess you gotta say, or these quarterbacks have potential to be great
Mm-hmm.
versus Justin Fields. I
Yeah,
mean,
and that's what I'm think. That's what I was trying to think about right now while you're talking. Is like, what are the quarterbacks in the drafts? Like,
you got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. I would say those are the three top. If I'm forgetting one, I mean my bad. But like, I think Justin Fields give him one more year, and with that weapon, I can see it.
all right, yeah, I think he could stay there for another year. But
Yeah,
I think Packers pull this one out and ride high into playoffs.
I agree right
Hopefully,
there.
knock someone off and play. Probably not, but that would be so cool if they knock one of those guys off.
Yeah, I have the Packers winning for sure. My dog, and it's our game number 2 of the week, is coming from Tua Tagovailoa. Sorry if I said that wrong, but how nice would it be against a division opponent for the playoff spot for the number 2 seed, and the Dolphins haven't done great against good teams, but he's gonna put up a crazy stat: 3 TDs, one on the ground, so that's 4. And the one that I'm really looking for him to do is 75% completion percentage.
Mm.
Obviously, you're gonna have a couple throwaway balls. I mean, that's why I put 75. But that'd be a great game from him and kind of right into the playoffs. And you may face the Bills right again, but I could see it.
I don't think how do I feel about that.
And that also leads us, like I said, into our game number 2. So you can break down other part of the game if you want.
All right, let's just get into that game because that's what I'm thinking. Like, damn, are the Bills though? Are they gonna ball out and ride high, like get that 2 seed and
Nope. Nope. I don't see it.
no?
I see the Dolphins winning this game.
You
To
know,
each
if they
their
would
own.
have beaten the Patriots more convincingly, and like
They have
Josh
struggles,
Allen,
right?
yeah, if Josh Allen would have had a hell of a game, I mean, I probably would be sitting here saying the Bills, but
They have struggles.
yeah, and the Dolphins got whooped, but it was by the best team in the NFL right now. I mean, second best team.
Yeah. And I think what helps it a lot, though, is it's Bills at Dolphins. Home field advantage at this time of the year makes a huge difference, especially weather wise. You're going to sunny Miami where it's probably cold ass Buffalo. Like if it was in Buffalo, I'm I just have Miami having the upper hand.
All right, let's get into our matchups.
Matchup. My matchup comes from your game number 2. So I'll just talk about the quarterbacks real quick, and you can break down the rest of the game. CJ Stroud versus Gardner Minshew. I picked this because I've actually been high on both of these quarterbacks. More CJ Stroud than anything
High
else.
on every quarterback.
Nah, not every. I don't think I've ever been high on
You
any
just
of the
said
pit.
Justin Fields is gonna be the guy. I'm just kidding. He could be.
I definitely have not been high on any quarterback from the New York Giants, the Pittsburgh Steelers, um, the
All right,
Atlanta
we don't have to name
Falcons.
it. All right, get into your freaking matchup.
CJ Stroud, Gardner Minshew. I think CJ Stroud wins this matchup, just shooting it straight. But I think it's both going to be a crazy game for both. I think Gardner Minshew puts up respectable numbers, maybe 2 TDs, and then CJ Stroud's going to have 4 TDs. I'm just saying it right now. I think they're going to win this game convincingly and take that playoff spot.
Yeah, I could see that, and that's kind of why I have it as my game of the week because of the implications. They have the same record, but I wanted to pick Lions Vikings, but I had to go with this game because of the implications. But like you said, I think they're going to win it convincingly too. I think it's going to be a very interesting game going into it, but like about halfway into the second quarter, we're going to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be a beatdown.
All
And
right.
people are going to switch to the Lions Vikings game if it's on at the same time. I don't know.
I see Houston just controlling this game, even though it's in Indianapolis. D'Amico Ryan's gonna step up,
Yeah, I think so
have
too. And
a
I
hell
think
of a game call.
big win, yeah. Big win going
The
right into
last
the
thing we're
playoffs.
missing, right,
My matchup.
is your matchup. So let's hear it.
My matchup this week is going to be Travis Kelsey versus Derwin James. I mean,
That's always a great
it's
matchup.
always a fun matchup to watch. I mean, we've seen the body slams. We've seen Kelsey get locked up. We've seen him go and score touchdowns on him and get smacked and then still catch the touchdown. I mean, it's going to be a great matchup. And in this one, the way the season's been going, I probably would pick Derwin James, but I think Travis Kelsey and Mahomes are going to be on a mission to be riding high with a W into the playoffs, especially the way they've been playing all season. They're mad right now. They're probably pissed off and tired of it. They know what it takes, and I think they're going to be connecting big time in this game just to get there. They're going to force this team into riding into the playoffs on a W.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And then to top it off, Chargers just have no motivation. Like
Yeah.
they can't knock the Chiefs off. The Chiefs are already a lock. They're had a terrible season. Like they probably just want it to end, honestly. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Kelsey like goes completely crazy and has the 2 TDs, 3 TDs, and they use that to go into the playoffs right high. And then ESPN and all the reporters are saying, are the Chiefs the best team in the AFC? Because right when they have a good game and connect again, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They'll say, are they better than the Ravens? They'll question it, and we'll see in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a great matchup. We don't have anything outside the NFL. We already hit our college football.
Yeah,
we
we hit
started
that
with
first
it.
this season or this episode.
Man, that's going to be a good one. I know we started with it, and I know we already gave our prediction. But Monday night, after a great weekend of NFL football, that's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah.
But until then, deuces.
Deuces.